Hi, my name is Lola Oloye, owner of All Braids and Hair Care. Today I will be demonstrating how to do knotless, medium knotless. Her hair is already shampooed, conditioned, and is blow dried and straightened. Here I am using, for my knotless braids, we are using the Shiny Jam gel. I have my cutting comb, and I also have my white tooth comb and 2 clips. Always follow safety and sanitation precaution. I put my Shine Jam gel inside of this color bowl so I won't have to double dip. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned. So you want to part the hair from ear to ear first off. And this is how I pre-session my customers' hair. That's what I do. I part from ear to ear first. So this is one session, and I divide these two into 2 sessions. Divide this one into 2 sessions. So this is the first session we're gonna work with. You're gonna have 4 in this row. You're gonna have 4 braids, right? So you can pre-session the hair so you can have equal boxes. So we have 1 box here, 2, and this would be 3. And this one here would be the 4th one. So let's begin the braiding process. So you want to divide the hair into 3 sections, and you want to make 3 rotations. That's 1 rotation, 2 rotation, 3. Make sure the hair extension is the same size as the strand that you are, the natural hair strand. It's the same size, see? Now let's braid it in. 1, 2. Soon as your right hand is free, then you want to add the other extension. So this extension number 2. Slip in between your fingers, 1 on top, and then you have 1 that's going to be in the middle. Rotate it. My right hand free again. Add more hair extension. So this is number 3. 1, 2. Now we're gonna add bigger pieces. But make sure it's the same size. So this is the 4th piece. 1, 2. My right hand is free again. Slip in between your index finger, your thumb. 1 on top. The other one is in the middle. The other side of the stitching is in the middle. We are doing medium knotless. Let's add some more here. So this is number 4. What's it, number 5? Number 5. And then another one. So this is 6. This should be good enough. Now you want to flip your hands back so you can get a tighter braid. And it's more relaxing on the wrist. Now we completed the 2nd row. I first did pre-sectioned the hair. So we have 5 here on top, 4 at the bottom. Once I got done with the 4 at the bottom, I started with the middle braid. You have to layer the braid to go right in the right where the part at. So the braid also always go in between the parts, like so. So we have a braid here in between that part. We have a braid here in between that part. So that's why I started in the middle, because I want the braids to be layered, and I want to fall right in the middle of the parts of each section. Now we're gonna move on to the 3rd section, and how I measure this is like right here. Okay, so That's a session. And then another one, and then another one, then we have the middle. So we're gonna have 4 on top. So from, I would say, the corner of our eyebrow, that would be a session. And that's how I measure. So the first measurement is from ear to ear, right? And then you divide that first section into 2. And now the third one is at the eyebrow, like the corner of the eyebrow, right there. And then you go around. So we're gonna tie that out the way. The rest on top is tied out the way. Use some of the shine and jam and put it on the part. And before you do this, you want to ask your customer, are they do they scalp itch when you put the jam on their scalp? Because some people have, you know, dermatitis or some kind of skin disorder, and if you put product on their skin or their scalp, it can itch. So she already informed me that she don't itch with it. So now I added some. I can add some on her part, the Shining Jam, the product, and she don't have any problems with that. So it helps, the product, what it does, it helps give you a nice straight part. And that's why people like to use it. So like I said, you want a brick layer, so you want to make sure that I'm pre-sessioning, so I can make sure that my braids will be brick layered. So the first braid is going to be right here, like at the tip of the ear, the first section there. Okay, so we got that. This will be number 2. Number 3 is not going to be here. So I'm going to start my first braid right here in the middle of this part. So here go the hair rack, and I just make small pieces, but you can, if you have to double them to make them bigger, you can do that. And I will just show you how to do that in the next video, on how to make your pieces for different sizes, box braid sizes, like small, medium, and large. But you just make sure that it's smaller or no bigger than the natural hair strand. Your customer's natural hair. Put some shine jam on the hair to smooth it into the hair extensions. I'm gonna add a little bit here. Just a little piece, just for the length, and then make it equal sizes of the other 2 strands. Put a little piece here so we can tuck the ends. Okay, so now we're at the last row, and it's a little tricky when you get to the third row here. So, as you can see, I did another little horseshoe parting here. So that's what you have to do, a horseshoe parting when you get to the sixth row. Now, I want to explain something about the fifth row here. So when I parted down the middle, right, it's kind of tricky when you get right here to the corners because you want to brick layer this part here. You want to have a braid here, but you cannot. So when you get to this fifth row, you want to have just the part that you have on the fifth row going down to the fourth row. It got to be a straight part, right? Because when you get here to the sixth row, this braid will cover up the fifth row. So, and then you have these two braids here, which cover up the fourth row as well. So make sure that you keep that in mind, that when you get here to the fifth row, that don't worry about bricklaying this corner, because the top sixth row will cover that part. Now let's continue on. We only have 3 braids left on top. Altogether, you should have on top and on the sixth row, you should have 8 braids. So let's continue. So now we're gonna dip her hair in hot water. Her braids are finished. And I'm gonna dip her hair in hot water, and then I'm gonna add some mousse in it so it can have a nice hold. My beautiful Messiah. Her hair done now, and she is ready. And I want to thank her for being my model. Thank you, Natalia.
No problem.
So you also want to explain aftercare to your customers, how to keep their braids neat and nice. And you tell them to wear a bondage. They put on the bondage. Yeah, so she wear it every night. Before she goes to sleep, she gonna have to put it on. Before she lay down, put it on. So, and that will keep the braids looking neat and fresh and new. And now, as far as the longevity of these braids, depends on your customer. I tell my customers 4 to 6 weeks. You know, after 6 weeks, it's time to get done. If they really need their hair shampooed, some people like to get their hair shampooed after maybe 3 weeks. They can do that. They can shampoo their hair. If they can't do it at home, you can recommend them to come to your shop, get their hair shampooed, not conditioned, just shampooed, and to clean the scalp, focus more in the scalp area, and then you can put the mousse on it, lay it down so it can be smooth, and lay down the flyaways and everything. And what I recommend is at that point, sit them under the dryer. Sit them under the dryer for about 20-30 minutes. That's my recommendation. Thank you for watching.